Hey, it's autotips.ca coming to you with another video. Today we're going to be shooting on this 2013 Honda Civic. It's got a problem with the P0135. What it's saying here is air-fuel ratio, sensor 1. So I'm going to explain to you guys what they mean by sensor 1. That means there's another sensor underneath. So with the oxygen sensor, what the sensor does is it measures oxygen in the exhaust, and for that it compensates the gas. So every 14.7 air, you need 1 gallons of gas. So when you have 14.7 gallons of air versus 1 gallon of gas, that's how the oxygen sensor calculates how much gas is needed according to the air coming in. And to measure the air, we did few of those. You need a mass airflow sensor. So in this case, the oxygen sensor circuit is telling us the heater element. So what it is if the car in the morning when it's running, the oxygen sensor, it doesn't take over for a couple minutes or so, especially in the winter. So there's a heating element. There's an electricity that comes in to heat up the system. That way the oxygen sensor can take over and then take it from the default, because usually the engineers, they set it to run certain, but once the oxygen sensor goes into closed loop, that's when it takes over. So right now we have a check engine light on this car. This is the oxygen sensor, and then this is your catalytic converter. So this is a converter that comes from the exhaust. So they have to measure the oxygen as it comes in, and according to the air that's coming through here, the oxygen sensor calculates. So it's not doing what it's supposed to. These are the heater wires. You got the ground wire, and then you have the power. So when you have a circuit, you always have to make sure you have power coming in. So we're gonna take these out, and we're gonna check. So we disconnected that, and we're gonna look here. So we gotta check for power. So we have here showing us we have power. You see? So we got 14 here, and we got ground here. So the ground is here. So we know there's no problem with the power, because just because it's oxygen sensor, the code, you can't just go ahead and buy oxygen sensor because it's electrical. You can't take it back after you buy it, after you open from the box. So you got to make sure, check your power. If your power is not good, then you got to trace it back to your fuses. In this case, we have enough power, you know. It looks like it's the oxygen sensor. So I got one here, so we're gonna try to see if we can replace that. This is what the oxygen sensor looks like, okay? And they all come different. Every car has a different. But this one here, they call it air-fuel ratio, which is a little bit more advanced than the oxygen sensor. The oxygen sensor is the one downstream. This is the upstream oxygen sensor. So they call it air-fuel ratio sensor. So what it does is it looks at the ratio of the air and compensates for the gas. So we have a new one here. So I got to take this. You need an oxygen sensor socket, which is 7/8. It has that slat for the wire, you know. So we got to put that here. It's not bad. Sometimes you got to torch it and stuff. This is what it looked like, the sensor. Yeah, that's pretty bad. So this is what the old one looks like, and this is what the new one looks like. You just got to put it like that. Okay, we're gonna raise the code. Yes, yeah. The ignition is off. Ignition on. Okay, so it's been done. So the oxygen, now the check engine light is gone. So as you can tell, the car is running better. And now you can save more gas. It's an emission sensor, you know. So if the sensor is not working properly, your emission system is not going to function properly. So it's a good idea not to ignore that check engine light. If you have oxygen sensor on, just because the car is running okay doesn't mean it's good. So that's how you can fix it. When you have P0135, it says oxygen sensor circuit. So that was what we resolved. Usually the sensor goes about $250 to $300, and maybe it takes about half an hour to do the job, to diagnose it another half an hour. So Auto Tips is all about saving you guys money, and that was the issue that we have. So till the next time, we're gonna bring you guys fresh videos. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can get fresh videos every week. Until the next time, peace.